Hey Pisces, welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in with your energies. Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what is happening for the weekend ahead. Just cleared your space. So yeah, let's connect in and see what's going down. I know it's been it's an interesting week. I don't know if you've been experiencing like sometimes two steps forwards, one step back, or one area of your life like great strides, and there's a lot of positivity in another area that could be just a little bit draining as well. But let's check in and see what spirit has for you, and let's get some clarifiers. So this is a timeless read for our Pisces. Appreciate you being here. We've had some amazing sessions with you. That they're the private ones that we've been doing, which has been really cool. And we've got a packed week next week as well. So I'm excited to connect in with all you amazing souls that have taken a leap to connect in on a certain path or journey for yourself. If you missed out on that opportunity, it is the last time I will be doing face-to-face Zoom sessions. Only my private clients will be able to get access to that. So if you're part of our soul tribe, you still have access to get a spot if there are any available. All right. So initially coming out, Pisces, we've got balance, 4 of air, ego, ace of air. I don't know if the lighting's too crash hot here, but what I feel is happening, Pisces, there's something that wants to... Okay, first up, the message coming is that everything is working out for you, even if some things may seem that you're in a situation or put in a situation that is not what you want or extremely uncomfortable. Maybe, there's some things that what you feel you didn't succeed in, or maybe there was some form of rejection, or maybe there was just, you're not getting the results or expectation in return around something. And I feel like a part of this, it's asking for a little bit of grace here with this balance energy, because there's something that is working in the background here. The 4 of air is just allowing time to take a breath, to take a pause is what I feel is incredibly important, especially if you're in an environment that is very intense right now, or a part of your life that is very intense. Okay. Even a vacation, it's saying, hey, if you need to take a break for you, for self-care, for your own nurturing, this is really important. The ego energy, we've got Archangel Jophiel. This is a false sense of entrapment. So this is being overly focused on certain things that may have a negative or fear-based way of thinking. Sometimes when we puff our chest a little bit too much because we've got to kind of show like, yeah, you want this, bro? Like, and you've got to go, yeah, well, look at me, like kind of thing. I don't know. It's reminding me of, I don't know, some funny show from back in Australia. But there's just this part of like trying to puff up our chest when we don't need to try and prove something here. But usually people are doing it because there's some sense of insecurity around it. And that's the kind of point I'm trying to make here. But then we've got the ace of air. So this is talking about some form of new idea that you may have. And just getting to the truth of the situation. I think your outlook on certain things is going to be incredibly important for you, because as much as there's some form of truth, initially that truth that you receive or hear or come to, it may not be the truth that you want to really have to deal with, right? And I feel there's something here you don't really want to deal with, Pisces, but the fact is you have to. It's not something you can just sweep under the carpet right now. So as part of that, you might just find it a little bumpy, but I really do feel that this is working in your favor, working in your power. So I want to say enjoy it, but it may not be fun initially, okay? Whatever this is, or whatever situation you're in. But let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what's going on. So we've got eight of swords. What else do we need to know? Ace of wands. I like it. Got another ace. I got a 9 of swords. Bless you, friend. What else do we need to know here? We've got the 6 of cups. And we have the King of Swords. Yeah, so I can see here, Pisces, for you that there's some element here of not, you might be like a little unsure of what you should actually be doing. You're feeling a bit stuck. And I feel this feeling stuck is sometimes being in that fight or flight mode. I feel like you're in, or freeze mode. I feel you're in a bit of freeze mode right now and are unsure of, well, do I take the blindfold off? Do I untie myself? Do I turn the other way? Do I try and take one of these weapons? Like, there's just so many things that you can possibly do right now, but it's just so overwhelming and impacting you because somehow you're in this position. Like I said, I feel you're in some position that is really uncomfortable that you're not enjoying right now. And that's part of like trying to get back to a place of like, well, is the pressure really on? Do you really need to make a decision right now? Is this part of a waiting game, part of a waiting cycle, patience needed? I feel there's a lot of things going on. Or is it, okay, I just need to jump fully in? And that's, I think, what maybe you're trying to decide. Do you just take this full leap, not care, this is what it is, but you also know this could potentially change your life. And with this Ace of Wands, there is still some form of excitement here about some situation. And this could be part of a new chapter, but also taking or going into that new direction. It's scary. Is what I feel, along with exciting. So we can see with this Nine of Swords, again, there's something here that is really making you feel, yeah, I'm getting like a bit of sadness here, a bit of melancholy about a situation, about what could have been, about something. In addition to maybe this part of this false sense of entrapment, this can kind of relate here. Because this is kind of the devil energy. Yeah, there's something unhealthy around you right now that I think is making you feel a little stuck, a little cautious of your next steps, and something that you're really thinking about. It just feels a little bit out of control. That's probably the best way to explain it. And I think that's because you're put in a situation where you have to make a decision and do something, and it's not something that you maybe were ready for. And this is kind of like Spirit's platform for you to kind of jump off here. And I really feel there's greatness on the other side, Pisces, but I think it's going to take you a little bit to recognize that, because we've got the Six of Cups and brilliant new idea and the King of Swords. So there's some, again, further truth that you're coming to, maybe some serious conversations, high level conversations that need to be had, in addition to reflecting on the past, what could have been, what should be, but also the excitement of maybe something that you were going to do some time ago. It's kind of knocking back at your door to be revisited, and now this is the push off. So timing is also really relevant here. Let's get a little bit more on this Eight of Swords and what we need to know. So we've got Tyrian, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So this is really earth energy connecting into a place here that you feel grounded. You feel like you've made good decisions. You feel like that you're leading the way, and you're just secure in your environment. The other thing is that you've had a lot of achievements along the way, Pisces, and I feel there's part of you being really hard on yourself for where you are right now. Maybe you think you should be further along. Maybe there's this part of you that you're trying to do everything at once, but it's getting you again to a place of just feeling stuck, and maybe you're not doing anything at all, or you're scared to do the one thing that you've got to do. There's just a little bit of fear that I'm feeling around here, but also this excitement of what's available to you with this King of Pentacles. What else do we need to know about this King of Pentacles? Yeah. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like that's what's happening here. You're kind of being pushed forward to make a decision to go forward somewhere. And I feel it's part of you that needs to get excited about it, needs to get a bit fired up, a little bit. How do you add a little bit of playfulness? Even if it's not feeling great, how do you shift that energy? How do you get a little bit more excited at the possibilities of something? Because whether you like it or not, this is happening, is what I feel, right? So at some point in time, you've got to come out of this Eight of Swords energy. But how long are you going to stay there? Because the reality is you can't. It's not. Things are going to keep moving forward either which way. And it's just something that you're going to have to connect to and move forward in. But I think the way that you do it is also going to be up to you, what type of approach that you're going to take. Yeah, I think it's just asking you, like, I think what you're connecting into may not be realizing is a very solid opportunity, but I don't think you're initially looking at it like that right now. I think you're concerned that what's being presented to you, put it this way, if this is a scenario where there's an offer on the table around something or a relationship is being questioned of whether to stay or go, I feel that whatever you're waiting on for what's next, it's like something's going to happen that you're going to have to take that jump. So maybe you end up, and again, not putting it out there, but maybe there's going to be a shift at the workplace, or a shift in your career, or a shift in something that's like, well, shit, I've got kind of no choice right now. But this is all on purpose. Same if it's a relationship that's breaking down, or you're just recognizing, like, when you really look at a situation, it is what it is. So are you satisfied with that? Or is this other person participating? Are people showing up the way that you're showing up? It's like you're leveling up and you want to level up, but is where you're going, or where you're at, meeting you at that level? And I just feel like the spirit is kind of nudging you and eventually going to push you if you don't start making these decisions where you're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure. And it doesn't mean these decisions are not going in your favor. What I feel is happening, whatever you're manifesting or putting out there, it's accelerating it forward. And to do that is sometimes we've got to shake things up and get rid of the shitty energy that's around us. And sometimes these are people, situations, organizations, and things like that as part of this process. Because we do see with this new beginning and this something that's exciting, that a part of it too is really making you sad, making you feel perhaps defeated in some way and at a loss. So we can see this here. What else do we need to know with the Five of Cups? The Three of Cups. So with loss comes opportunity. And I know sometimes that's a hard thing, but I do feel like there's an exciting something ahead for you, okay, that I think you will be grateful for and can celebrate. And a lot of this too is moving. Maybe some of you are moving locations. Maybe some of you are making a full change in your life. Maybe some of you are moving to a different job, but there is something, or just go on to travel, because I do see that here as well. There's something here that's going to really work out for you, Pisces, even if you're concerned with it. Nine of Swords, look, you're worried about something in the home space. What else do we need to know? Yeah, so it's like some commitment here you're concerned about, or, upset about, that it's come to a close of some kind. And maybe that's what the difficulty is, if that's what's happening, or a workplace is somewhere that there's a very strong commitment and connection. So when I look at Ten of Pentacles, yes, could be the workplace is a significant job, or a significant something related significantly to your family. Okay, Six of Cups. We have got the Hermit energy. Yeah, so it's kind of like you're soul searching right now, Pisces, because you know that something's changing and you can't stop that change, okay? Because you know where you're at is not, it's just not going to stand still for much longer for what it is. Something needs to shift, and I just can't keep expressing it because I think you get it, right? But we are seeing that there's some form of soul searching. I think there's a lot of unknown here too, perhaps a little bit of uncertainty, but you're also exhausted because of how much you've been trying to fight something that I feel defeated because you weren't expecting this or didn't see this coming, okay? With the moon energy and 9 of Wands. King of Swords, what do you need to know? So we've got the 3 of Pentacles. Along with the 3 of Pentacles, we have got the Page of Cups, everything is fine, 6 of Wands. Yeah, I think someone wants to give you recognition and try to work on things when it's a little too late. It's like I'm feeling a little bit of this energy of a little too late. And that's the best way to explain it. There could be another opportunity showing up because this is the Ace of Air and the King of Swords, that the work that you're doing, there's something that is inspiring. There's something that's really capturing you on a sapiosexual level. And, you know, that's where like there's some form of intelligence that's really like something here is really calling you to dig in, to have fun with it, to play with it. And I don't know if this is a person because, okay, but it could be like a new opportunity that's just simply presenting itself, where you actually feel really good in your own power, and probably a feeling mindset strong. There's a little shift that seemed to have occurred. And I think a part of it is getting out of your ego, because maybe there's a little bit of pride in the sense of some form of loss, because then there becomes grief as well. So you might be going through a bit of emotions here right now. But what I do see is that I'm just getting a little bit, and I'm just going to share it, that whatever is coming kind of to a close of a cycle, there's someone that I feel is going to come in and out to try and, because they're not finding it easy either. Whatever decision or participation or dynamic this is, someone else is struggling. And I think there's this part of like, I care about you, everything's good, like, and trying to make you feel good about this, but they're actually really not, they're really struggling, but they might be coming to you to say like, well, how can we make this work? Or maybe they're seeing you as that you are doing good, when you know within yourself you're doing better than you anticipated, but there's this part of you that it's just not as easy as you would like. So let's get a few more cards and see what else we need to know here. For our Pisces, what else do we need to know? Well, got Angel of Love and Rest and Rejuvenation, but I'm going to pop these back in because I just want to give it a little bit more of a shuffle. All right. What else do we need to know for our Pisces? So we've got Blossoming Abundance, Woman Holding a Coin, Seventh Chakra, Archangel Uriel. Again, I feel like there's some truth or some clarity or some understanding that you're going to get here, Pisces, in addition to, I don't think you can see the amazing things ahead of you and what is coming into connection. Maybe for some of you, you've been looking for this amazing partnership, amazing position, amazing career, okay? That you feel like you finally made it, okay? In terms of your goals, your desires. For some of you, this could be a counterpart that is stable, secure, that is very nurturing, caring. That's something that you've been really wanting. Maybe it's, you know, just being in a really good family space, a really good environment and dynamic. Like you finally, again, it's going to be what you value, right? And I feel this is what you've been praying for, asking for, without maybe realizing it, manifested it in its own way. And this is what is being presented to you. And it's uncomfortable. Maybe there's some things you're not liking with the shift and change, but it's a wonderful, wonderful blessing that's coming towards you. And you're going to start seeing when you shift out of this energy, wherever you're going next, and that that corner that you're turning, it's blessing after blessing after blessing. It's like there's some massive energetic shift that's just working so incredibly for you. And I think naturally you're going to start calling in things. Information's going to come to you. People are going to come to you with this seventh chakra energy. This is like being truly connected to source on such an amazing in-depth level. Something is happening here. You're also being asked to trust in your intuition as much as you might want something to work, or think that, you know, it can just all of a sudden turn around. It's not going to. And the reason I say that, it's anything that needs to be supported to really heal, that's not an overnight thing. That's like a very long journey on its own. If that's something that you want to do, we can see that there's the potential here to take time for you. But I think there's going to be something, no matter what, you're going to get to some truth here on who you are and what you deserve. And if you've been attempting to have this situation or dynamic resolved for some time, this is what Spirit's letting you know, that there is something incredible for you. It's just not where you are. And if you've been putting this off and putting this off, that's when Spirit kind of taps you, kind of taps you on the back, or puts you on puts you in a place where you've got no other way to go other than to jump into that direction. And it's for you, right? It's for you. Let's get some final messages with the Moonology cards. What do we need to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to know for our Pisces? I know with change, guys, there is some sadness anticipated or expected, Okay, we have got a time for healing. Look at the bigger picture. And that's what I'm talking about, friends. There's going to be healing through this process, no doubt, because when there's things that change, sometimes there can be grief that we have to acknowledge here, or what we once thought could be something may not be anymore. And that's something you've got to work through, right? But Spirit's also asking you, this is Sagittarian energy, where you're making your mark, you're going a certain place, right? And there's a clear purpose, goal, connection, or something that you're meant to be coming into. And a part of this is Spirit asks you, look at the bigger picture, look at the blessings on the other side of this that you can make happen, or that's going to land in your lap, Pisces, because there is something really great here for you. And I'm super, I want to say excited for you. I'm cheering for you. I'm like giving you a big hug too, because there's a lot going on, and I can feel a little bit of the overwhelm, a little bit of the sadness, but a little bit of the excitement too. And I just know this is all working out in your favor. I'm sending you a whole bunch of love and, and support, and we'll connect soon. Bye now.